Hey folks, this is Jeff at District with JTT. How you doing? Well, I'm ready. Got my energy drink. Gridlock. Sounds like something you should have in during traffic jams in New York City. Trust me, been there, lived it. So how's everyone doing today on this night, going to Sunday? You're probably like one point this energy drink into. Well, you might find a few moments because it's probably still 12. This guy. But he won't be traveling alone. He's going to be with a Schnick Wolverine. Yes. It will be coming up this month. It's going to be good. From what I'm hearing, it's going to have tons and tons and tons of cameo. That's it. Wolverine is the biggest guest there is. That would be Hugh Jackman. Yes, that'd be Ryan Reynolds' real life best friend. He's been playing Wolverine a few more times, which is going to be great. The fight sequence is going to be totally off the wall. I've seen some leaked footage of Wolverine fighting not just Deadpool, but fighting Sabretooth. Not I think Liv Strong one from Wolverine Origins. I mean the original Sabretooth. When in the first X-Men movie, I think is Tyler May. That's awesome. That is something to behold, though. The show sequences Wolverine fighting him. That's gonna be great. Now, this involves the TVA. Yes, remember Loki seasons 1 and 2? Yes, the TVA is involved. And if you think about it, the last Deadpool movie, he was messing around in the timeline. So think about it. If you get somebody messing around the timelines and the TVA is existence, you gotta get their attention. And unsurprisingly, they got hold of Deadpool celebrate his birthday. It's kind of with thick hair. I'm gonna go for the wing of shot in it because it's horrible. Let's say you gotta have Wolverine. You got to have not just Wolverine, that's the big one right there, not just Sabretooth. I think the main villain, I think, is that's the dead twins, Jose and Charles Xavier, because everyone stories correctly, though. Charles Xavier is a surviving twin. There's two identical twins, one good, one evil. Charles is that his other twin is evil and had to kill her to come to existence, because you got Charles Xavier who's good and that won't come out she's evil. It'd be pretty bad for the whole world. Charles is already very powerful, potentially dangerous as it is with his mind. He could shut your mind off permanently just with a mere thought. And it's not like he had to think hard to fight from around the world. He almost didn't need cerebral. That's all ridiculous. Rumors I heard correctly, though, Ben Affleck, Daredevil, is going to make an appearance. Jennifer Garner, Elektra, she's going to make an appearance. That's going to be pretty crazy. Alive from at least season 1, and even that's going to be, of course, be there. Yes, this is the thing most fans want to see. They want to see Wolverine and the Hulk tangle, fight, go at each other. This is something we've been waiting for forever. I mean, ever since in the comics, we first saw it, we were wondering when it's going to happen in live action. We've been, it's like he got Wolverine over here and Hulk over there. When they're going to get together and really fight. We may not have to wait much longer to wait, because this March, this movie with Deadpool Wolverine is coming. If I correctly though, Mike Ruffalo is going to be, it's going to be the Hulk. It won't be the Professor Hulk. It'll be the classic rampaging Hulk. Yes, yes. I'm so excited for that. Of all movies, whether I heard like so many in there. It's gonna be Colossus is gonna be in it. He's pretty cool. Juggernaut, that's a good possibility. Yes. is like the possibility is like it's endless though. Like you I try to imagine like who's gonna be popping up there. I think some of the actors will be there. I know Patrick Stewart, the original X, he'll be there. He better be there. Come on. Patrick Stewart is the OG Professor X. I'm dead serious. And Ian McKellen as Magneto, same thing. He's the OG Magneto. Nothing to other guys there too. Come on. Halle Berry, Mike McKellen, well, the lady who played Jean Grey, she made an appearance there. The guy who plays basically the possibility is almost endless. Just the invitation itself is making enough to say, okay, this movie like a trailer fix up because as of late, what I saw was Madam Web, and no offense, it was an okay movie. It was good, but wasn't exactly jacked up. People can try to hype the movie all they want, but I'm not impressed. It's not even part of the 616 universe. No trends connected it, none. Now, mind you, it took place like in the 1980s, but even still, the closest thing I heard, like there's Peter Parker's mother, and there's Ben. Okay, cool. But other than that, that's all I can see. But there's other superheroes? Come on, really? There's no mention about, like, if I'm correct, 1980s, so if I'm correct, there's not a hint, anything with an Asian shield at very least. About Captain Marvel, she's like out in space doing her thing. But at least in the 80s, you saw something like that. But you don't. You do not hear any Easter egg is continued on Marvel 616. You hear nothing. The movie is okay, it's good. Here's the thing though, and I have to confess, I like Madam Web better than the Eternals. And the Eternals supposed to be like on the same plane as the Avengers, if not better. And I have to confess, I seen the Eternals movie and I felt like, what? I'm sorry. It don't have the same action-packed energy as any Avenger movies. You could take the worst Avenger movies you claim there is, it would still blow the Eternals away. I'm sorry. I just said, take Avenger movie, try to pick the word, it would still blow away Eternals movie. Sorry. I make Icarus like he's Superman. No, he's not. Come on. Professor Hulk could probably manhandle him. Thor will take him out. I'm dead serious. Thor would take out Icarus from the Eternals. I'm being dead serious. And that really involved Tony Stark. That really got involved Tony Stark. Yeah. Think about that. Just one. But I digress. See. What do I? Oh, yeah. There's so many things I want to talk about now, though. But for starters, what do you have planned for the summer, folks? You know, leave the comments down below. What do you have planned for the summer? Because I know spring's barely here. And I thought it could be like really like a long, nasty winter. Chilly, like autumn than winter, which I'd rather deal with the autumn weather than the winter weather. I'd rather deal with the rain than the snow. But the funny thing is, I got to choose between the snow and freezing rain and ice. As much as I don't want snow, I choose the snow because the freezing ice is not only hazardous, but pretty more dangerous, especially if you're driving. I don't care what car you have. 4-wheel drive, guess what? Unless you got studs or chains on those tires, you're going to slide no matter what. Gravity always wins. Believe me when I tell you. What's up, Rich? One of my friends from church, Rich Charles, he said hi and all that. But like I said, I'm looking past spring and all that. I'm going towards summer. I need you folks to please help me get past 1,000 subscribers. I'm at over 640 subscribers. Please help me get to 1,000. Please tell a friend, have them share, like, subscribe. You need me to talk about more of a content. Please let me know. I have one person by the name of Gregory G. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Gregory G. Gregory G 13. Here we talk about this beef going on between Benzemo, who used to be the co-owner of Source Magazine, and Eminem. Eminem. I don't want to mess his name up because he be coming at me. But I looked into it. So what's the thing between Benzema and Eminem? And I'm like, okay, that news I heard this one before. Source I heard about, I'm familiar with. It's a well-known hip hop magazine, and this is one of the stories I heard about. At one point, this between Benzema and how this got started. I heard this correctly, though. Eminem was being Marshall Mathers show. Now, Eminem with the Marshall Mathers show is critically acclaimed. Everyone liked it. Anyone hip hop loved it. Dr. Dre, all behind him, he's with him with that one. It says anybody hip hop is supporting him, backing him up. Snoop Dogg, anyone in hip hop, East, West, whatever, they all got Eminem's back. I think the Source Magazine was giving a rating. I think 5 out of 5 mics is good as 10 out of 10. But I think Benzema gave it like a short rating, like a 4 out of 5, something like that. I thought it was like a 2 out of 5. I'm going like, whoa. And that enraged Eminem way out of with the diss track. It's like, if I'm correct, Eminem fired a diss track back at Benzema. Benzema fired a diss track back at Eminem. It's going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And I think it stopped for a little bit. And I think it reignited like about a few years later. And it got to the point where I think it kind of like a little bit. Benzema told reason why he purposely didn't give him the perfect score. Purposely. And his reason why he didn't get a perfect score. Try to find out what Dirty get on Eminem. He finally used like use of racist lingo against some African American women. Now, mind you, I'm totally against racism altogether. But it's kind of funny though, like when people are racist to each other, like say the N-word, it's perfectly fine. So what? We would call it terms of endearment. It's still a disgusting word. What about it? Yes, I'm African American, but I still hate that word. I don't care how many times you try to change the word like word on Sunday. No, I'm sorry. It's still a disgusting word, the N-word. And you know what I'm talking about. In fact, I'm safe to tell you this. The day for someone decided to outlaw the N-word from hip-hop music, close to 75 to 90% of the record companies in hip-hop will full house of cards in the hurricane dead series. But if I see him found that he did a track, he was like, hey, this he got that. He made a track, cursing out, calling like N-word stuff like that. And Benzema got word that he, I don't know how he played exactly. I'm not sure he played it. But long story short, Eminem apologized like he was 15 years old, this young female, and he says very stupid things. I'd be the first to agree. Yeah, it was very dumb, but he took responsibility and apologized. But like I said, though, how is it when we say it to each other, it's cool. But if somebody else outside says it, there's a problem. Maybe when you overuse the word, oversaturate the use of that disgusting word, it would not be it. Simple as that. We should be better than that. We should teach the generation to be better than the previous generation, not to degenerate something worse. Sorry, I'm getting fired up about that. Hold on. But in all seriousness, Benzema cannot escape from that past. In fact, almost every interview the guy goes to, all about Eminem and all that. What's up? In the video, one of the videos I uploaded, he was seen break it down. He's got tired of it. Don't want to talk about it. He don't want people to think that he's hate white people. And I hope this beef between him and Eminem come to a peaceful end. He wanted to talk to Eminem, just wanted to end right then and there. Hold on a second, let me give a quick hello to people out there. And Alrighty. Yeah, but hopefully this beef comes to a peaceful end. I mean, it's just enough's enough, folks. Really, enough is enough. So I'm gonna present something right here, so I can find it. See, this is me. Yeah, so. Oh, I'm not gonna be light for this one here, but I'll start with this one here. Jada Pinkett Smith wanted to have the same type of marriage that Jada and Will Smith has. Well, see for yourself, and you tell me.
Jada wants daughter Willow to have a relationship just like her son Will. Yet Pinkett Smith is open about how her marriage with Will Smith is shaping her children's relationships. Jada says to host Danielle Robin that she hopes her 23-year-old daughter Willow will follow her lead.
Okay, second attempt. Video file. Keep my sentence. And okay, that would do it. Hold on a sec.
Bay that she hopes her 23-year-old daughter Willow will follow her lead.
Is your relationship one that you would want for Willow?
If it's going to help her become the woman I'm becoming, yes.
That's a really big thing to say.
Yeah.
And despite Jada and Will's 2016 separation, the actress confirms the couple are in it for the long haul.
Seriously? No. I think that's the stupidest thing that Jada could offer advice. Are you serious? Your marriage, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. Your relationship with you and Will Smith is an embarrassment. You just make sure that every male watching, you just make sure that anyone like, nope, I'm not getting married to that type of woman. I'm not going to be in a relationship with any type of woman. I'll stay single first. I care about my sanity. I care about my peace first and foremost. Make sure that guys gonna stay single, Jada. Congratulations. And you're not doing your daughter a favor. Come on. Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. In fact, in case you've forgotten, Jada, then again, Jay might be trying to be just like, want her daughter to be just like her. And I think her daughter's on her way, I think, in a sense. She wants her daughter to marry a rich simp. Sorry. That's what she did to Will Smith. She turned Will Smith, a very well-known, very respected, a very famous celebrity, into the world's biggest and richest simp. That is sad. That's extremely sad. I'm going to bring something else here to the side real quick. If anything, though, if I'm correct, Willow herself is polyamorous. Sad part, that's coming word now. Polyamorous. Give me a second. I'll break it down. See, give me the words to that one. Polyamorous. Oh, here we go. Polyamorous. I think if I'm correct, this person is in a relationship, multiple partners. Okay, so there's no main. So what's the point of being in a relationship? If you have more one partner that have to get something, it's a joke. You must have called it friends with benefits. Simple as that. Polyamorous? No. It's called friends with benefits. Call it a day. It's a joke. But you want your daughter to be just like you. Miserable, unhappy, having these problems, dragging your partner or husband through the mud because you're happy. No. If you're going to be unhappy with said person, then don't be with said person. That's just ridiculous by words. It is. It really is. And here's the thing: I thought parents want their kids to do better with them, better than them. I thought parents want their kids to be happier than them. I thought parents want their kids to have a better, easier life than them, so they don't struggle hard like their parents did. But it sounds like it's. I thought the idea that parents make sure whatever generational curse they're stuck in, their kids are not in it. You would think that the kids would be the source to make sure that the generational curse is broken. Apparently not. Sounds like she don't want to break the generational curse. No, she don't want the generational curse. She wants to continue it. I just Smith said these words. You know, when it comes to it's like, wow. Unbelievable. But let me get this out the way though, because I'm getting upset. So I'm getting upset because you think that parents want better for the kids. Kind of sounds like sounds selfish, sounds crazy. But then the same person who try to push book Worthy like it's going to be a great bestseller, and it's not. It's not. And so far, she tried very hard to make the book to a bestseller worthy. It's not all that. And you think that Will Smith is going to support things? No, and he is. But he is trying to support, even though she make it sound like it's. The way this person, these people think boggles my mind. I should know right now. If I try to make sense of it, I'll give myself a brain hemorrhage. Hey, that's me live over there. Oy vey, that can't be good. All seriousness, what else do I want to talk about here? Go to video file. Oh yeah. Where do I begin here? It's election season, and it is not too far from here. So my question to you folks, like, in terms of 2024, are you happier right now than you was back in, like, say, 2020? Are you happier? I mean, like, do you like the way the economy is going? Are you good with money? Are you good with food? Are you good with, like, keep a roof over your head and all that, or keep a clothes to your back, or just keeping a job in general? I have it. Those who are unhappy, unsatisfied, keep this in mind. Ask yourself this question: who did you vote for? Seriously, who did you vote for? Do you vote for who you think is going to be pro-American and all that? Who's about us first? Yes, us first and all that, and pro-business, and safe, the economy is strong, and the world's not tearing each other apart. That's great. Well, you vote for somebody who says open borders, period, starting wars, spending money like it's going out, and inflation, inflation going wild. Don't believe me? Look at your paycheck. Don't believe me? In bills. Because I have a friend of mine who's like paying for a car. I think this person had a near perfect score. And normally you think he paid like maybe 9% interest for a loan. And last I checked, this person pays 16% in his loan. I'm thinking, whoa. And this guy's score is almost perfect. So that should tell you something. Interest rates are going up. But supposedly this country's doing so great. This country's everything it did. The press secretary swears up and down this current president is doing better than any other president in the last 2 terms. Are you kidding me? So you're going to tell me this current president, the one who falls up Air Force One a few times, is doing better? Reagan, say what you want about Reagan. He kept this country going and all that. Yes, it did. I'd be the first one to say it. Republicans and Democrats ran up the national debt. Both of them did. I'm not going to say just one, both did. And it's their responsibility currently to fix the problem. But you got Reagan, then you got Clinton. He did a pretty okay job with the economy. And for sure, you got at Biden and those guys and to get the other presidents all together. I know you're supposed to spin to make the president look good, but the American people is not as stupid as you want them to be. And don't get me wrong, there's like the really, really dumb down Americans to be easier to work with, but more and more people are wising up right now, more than ever. Everyday people who depend on simple things to get by in life, it's not getting simple little things to survive. I give you a prime example. Like, you know, go to, for example, Chicago.
We feel about the great if you think you're going to have a peaceful Democratic National Convention in the city of Chicago while our people starving, that's right. Soon.
Republican Party isn't responsible for persuading black Americans to see the truth. We're not that.
That's right.
The Biden administration's complete failure did it. And you know what happens when someone you love lets you down? It hurts that much more.
We are done with the Brandon Johnson, Governor Pritzker, and President Biden have shown us what they think about the black community all over this country. And so we're standing here today to say, okay, if that's what it is, we with it. We don't have to support the Democratic Party. Right. We don't have to continue to support people who are not going to support us. It doesn't matter anymore which party we go with. But I'll tell you this, I'd rather deal with the snake that's outfitting himself of the Republican Party than the snake that's covered up in the Democratic Party.
Justice Smollett was right. Maybe Chicago is mega country. I mean, this is Chicago we're talking about. What do you think black voters are feeling in swing states? Can't be good. Biden's losing his grip on Chicago, where he won 75% of the vote. Why? Trust. The south side of Chicago sees an old white guy who can barely walk and claims he has your back, bend over backwards for foreign nationals that he let break into the country. That hits home. But the whole Rainbow Coalition's shattering into pieces. The Arab Street already decided Biden's lost.
We are announcing that President Biden has lost the 2024 election. We are not powerless as American Muslims, we are powerful. We don't only have the money, but we have the actual votes. And we will use that vote to save this nation from itself.
I'm here to tell you, Mr. Biden, that on behalf of the Michigan Muslim community, we will not be voting for you either in the primary or in the general elections.
I will work day and night to ensure that those voters abandon Biden this election.
Abandoned Biden all over the country. Muslim Americans are chanting Genocide Joe, Genocide Joe. Blood red paint splattered all over the White House. It was just weeks ago, young Democrats were assaulting the DNC headquarters. Remember these young voters? They were Bernie bros, and they held their nose and voted for Biden. But Biden broke the deal, never paid off their student loans, destroyed the dollar, and got us roped into 2 proxy wars. You're going to see a number of angry factions converge on Chicago during the Democratic National Convention this summer, at a time when Biden's nomination isn't a sure thing. Can you imagine the superdelegates screwing around and nominating a white male San Francisco liberal, Gavin Newsom, in a smoke-filled room while Kamala Harris paces frantically outside? Too bad they defunded the police, because they're going to need that convention. They're going to have to keep order. You're going to see outside groups, too, like anarchists fly in. Even Biden's hometown is angry with them.
I think the worst president we ever had, to be honest with you. This economy sucks. I mean, everything's going up except, paychecks.
I think it's gotten worse. I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm not happy. I don't think any of them see it through the eyes of the people. I think they all see it through the eyes of Washington.
I don't think he actually grew up here technically, so he uses that as that he cares about us.
Go Trump.
Want a preview of the 2024 convention?
Woo-wee! Oh. That should tell you something. Excuse me. Okay, and that Chicago, Illinois. There's every Democratic forever a day. And now African Americans, a lot of people of color saying, go Trump, they had enough. People depend things like things like food or other things that depend for every day, that they take it because of news. The words with people. No. It's illegal immigrants, illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, people who are here illegally, period. But this is what happens when Chicago called themselves a sanctuary city. And now the citizens are feeling the pinch. My first question is all these people did not vote, who did do anything, put anything in this country, out of nowhere. And people say, well, these people do this service. Whoa. Let me slow your roll, people. Saying well, these people work. No. What about the veterans who sacrifice, spilled their blood, sacrifice in ways we can't begin? How about helping them out? You didn't think of that, did you? And what about the problem with the homeless? What about poverty? And the reality is, you can't just throw money at the problem. You got to present actual solutions to make sure that if you're going to put money toward a project, it's going to produce something to help people for long term, not short term. Throwing money at things like cutting checks for people, that's short term. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's only for so long, period. Chicago is just one. Oh, trust me. There's others. Trust me, there's others. It goes to another. New York City. Check this out. The system kicks up. Ooh. Okay, rough out there.
Step of Gracie Mansion on Manhattan's Upper East Side, the NYPD made several arrests. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang live at Gracie Mansion. Lucy?
Well, Sandra, the demonstration is over now, but the issue is far from over. What to do about the mounting crisis over migrants? Every day, buses continue to pour into the city, and the problem is the city ran out of beds and funds a long time ago, and many taxpayers have run out of patience. Dozens took to Gracie Mansion Sunday afternoon, and it got heated.
Wow.
The border already. This is unsustainable.
To cut through all the anger, it began with a rally over the migrant crisis.
Mayor Adams has said this is a sanctuary city, but Suffolk County is not sanctuary city. They pay $20K in property tax. Living Home Act.
Organizer Curtis Lewa criticizing Mayor Adams, who earlier this summer said he would welcome a few migrant families at Gracie Mansion if allowed.
The next day, he flipped the script and he said, they tell me I can't do that. Who told you you can't do it? You're the mayor.
This crowd largely in agreement that immigration laws exist for a reason and must be obeyed. That President Biden has left the back door and front door open to this disaster.
This is not left or right politics. It's a crisis that we have in our hands. And this is why we're here, to sort of raise awareness that there is a humanitarian crisis.
We're all for legal migration, and we all have come from somewhere at some point, but this is unacceptable.
At one point, words got physical. Flags were stolen and stomped on as counter-protesters tried to set them on fire. Eventually, the two sides were separated as the migrant crisis continues to divide and plague the nation.
Wherever they're from, they should go back, fill out an application, and come back with a court date in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, like my ancestors did.
You compromise, move them all to right side.
Late this afternoon, City Hall released this statement, quote, "We have opened 206 sites, including 15 large-scale humanitarian relief centers, and are constantly searching for new places." There were many cries in this crowd for stronger borders and a national policy for immigration that's actually enforced. Until then, migrants continue getting shipped out to neighborhoods that cannot handle the influx and into communities that are starting to pull out the welcome mat.
All I'm gonna say is, wow. But can I say something, folks? Can I really say something here? Be honest. If anybody deserves it, super heated, super angry, and really, really fired up, how about the people who came here? All of the all news media, all of the regular news media, you know who they are. The three, like ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC. You know, Joe Scarborough is his co-host, aka Garden, whatever. You know, you will not hear from them talk about the legal people who came in legally. You won't hear a word from them. It goes against the narrative. Black people talk about legal immigrants who came legally. They got silenced. They didn't want to hear about it. Why? Because it's the same exact thing. How come people and somebody says something racial, and this is going back many years ago. They are replacing us, people of color. They're replacing the black vote, the Hispanic vote, the poor vote. That's what they're doing. There was a certain party to the left is trying to replace us, where people vote for them. They feel like if these people come across the border, they feel obligated to vote for them. You know, what's kind of funny though? You know, be very hysterical. The same people they move heaven and earth to vote for them. Won't be kind of funny? And these people vote Republican. Now that would be hilarious. The same people they expect to vote for them, like, you know what? I'm gonna vote for the other side. We know what over them. We're gonna vote for Republican. Now that'd be the world's biggest and greatest flip up to the Democrats. The liberals will have a stupid stroke. Think of it though. Like 10 to 15 of the illegal immigrants who are here somehow made into citizens illegally. What kind of funny? And out of the 10, 15 million, I say about 70 to 80% of them vote Republican. That's to say, like, we don't want to owe you Democrats. Won't be kind of funny. That'd be the biggest flip off that the Democrats would get. But in terms of what's going on in New York City, think of it, folks. Right now, New York City is getting pretty rough. The legal immigration problem is bad. Crime's going up. You got gangs. Yeah, gangs are entering this country illegally. Gangs. You think the problem is bad? Oh, no. It's going to get much worse. You think the terrorist problem is bad now? It's going to be a nightmare. I'm praying to God I'll be long gone and with the Lord before all that starts to happen. I'm praying to God because it's going to be fine. And the funny thing is the blood could be on that chance because they pushed this opening so hard for so long. And only now the American people start to wake up to it. Folks, you should walk up to it the moment you try this guy's about to be inaugurated. But the reality is the moment that he was inaugurated and struck down all of Trump's replacement, guess what? Their wish is trying to get this country mentally. Congratulations, but not for the better, for the worse. To build back better, I'm still waiting for it. It's build back better mentality. Well, you see it, I see it. The economy is not doing all that great. In fact, the economy is such a messed up state. It's at such a low bar. The moment there's an uptick in the economy to think, or it's the best it has been in 50 years, because you set the bar that low. That is depressing. It's like because and you finish like 8th place, you're the best in the world. No, it's a disgrace. Right now, the world is laughing at us. Once upon a time in the Middle East, all the terrorists feared us and really like, oh, you're Mexican United States, you gotta catch some missiles, catch some drones. Now they're like, pop the champagne, guys. This is some good years for us. But you had to wait until bad things start to happen. And that's the sad thing. You have to wait till like bad things happen, then you get the message. Oh, trust me, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Let me find one more, at least a couple more here before I can say I disproved my point. Like going back, where I grew up, so like I said, I've seen it. I'm thinking it's not going to end well. Yep, you heard him loud and clear. Close the border. But the sad part is like, saying goes like too late. Let's take on man, Trump get elected. I don't care what anyone says. Unless they try to move heaven and earth to screw up the election, Trump got this election. By the time they finally closed the border, fixed the wall, damage had been done. You can have at least about extra 10 to 15 million illegal immigrants. Law terrorists are in our country as we speak. Damage done. Okay. And long as they stay in power, that's what it's all about. It's all about a power grab. Us, especially people of color. The only time the Democrats even look at a direction is during election. And you've seen it already. In Chicago, Illinois, a lot of people of color are saying, we're done with Biden, done with Democrats, we're voting for Trump. And you heard it for yourself. New York City, even Staten, you heard it for yourself. They're done with the Democrats, they're going for Trump. But I'm going to show you one more video clip, and you can decide for yourself what you think. Let me see. I believe that should be California. And what do you think of this, folks?
Against Montana in California. Everybody always talks about how people need to stop giving up on their country. They need to stop immigrating here while they're packing up U-Hauls with their boxes and leaving the Golden State. The Golden State is ground zero in the fight against corruption. We have abundant resources in water, energy, and there's no reason why we can't turn things around in California.
Can we flip California
You better believe it, folks. You better believe it. And California, have you, of all places, all states, California, in my opinion, for what I learned, from what I observed and learned, is the worst. I mean, California, I don't care if I sell every possession I have. Well, I'm serious. Even if I had to take my family over only the clothes of our backs, I would take my family. So every possession we have, we close our back and get out of California, because California is a total nightmare. If you want to know what the total, meaning a dystopian is, California. I'm serious. The laws are insane. They're stupid. They tax you to death. In one of the podcast videos, one guy there broke down like, what would happen if you made $1.5 million a year in California? Top taxes, you would make about $750,000 in federal taxes. That's half your salary right there. And keep in mind, California is $700,000 in federal taxes if you earn $1.5 million. That is horrible. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you make a lot of money to live in California. That's insane. And then there was home problem, 10 cities. I mean, you're thinking for a third world country. Meanwhile, yeah, there's some tourist spots, looks nice, but there's other spots that will make you want to turn around and run away. But even the people that get fed up, there's people who go leave California to go to Texas. People who voted Democrat, who vote for this, I hope the guy you're not going to vote Democrat in Texas. If you go to Texas, you better change your allegiance to Republicans. All you do is spreading the problem, not solving it. As for California, their policies is nightmare. They're coming for the children. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. These so-called educators are trying to talk boys into being girls and vice versa. And it's like, oh, you want to be a girl? No problem. Maybe help that. Don't tell your mom and dad. What? No. You should let kids stay kids. I don't talk about young adults. I mean kids. As in first grade, leave them alone. As Pink Floyd said in one of the songs, hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. And like you have the kids change their genders and all that stuff. That would fix everything. Wrong. I've seen too many videos of people who did that, change their genders, only to regret it. And the problem hasn't changed. The problem has been solved. If anything, it made them more suicidal. And once they change their genders and take these hormone blockers, they cannot be mother and father, going to both be rendered sterile. Maybe kind of think like, it's that on purpose. So all the parents who are scared to death about what their kids, get out of California. Get out of California. Or you better do your best to vote, or that's going to be the fate of the families. Because families are in danger here. It seems like some entity is moving heaven and earth to destroy nuclear family. I know what the dark entity is. Unfortunately, this is we do the country, things are getting that dark. But it's sad, but I'm not surprised. I hope that I'm a struggling Christian, but I'm Christian. I believe that God's, still in charge. He didn't abandon us. If anything, a lot of people abandoned God a long time ago. And a lot of people lost their God. That's the saddest thing. They lost their fear of God. And by the time something really bad, disastrous happens, they're like, is it time to end, folks? This is it. Because when God decides, like, you know what, time's up, and people will have the nerve to be surprised, no surprise, folks. You be getting these warnings, you just choose not to heed. Plain and simple. But this is a very crazy, cruel world. But don't give up hope. Keep your head about you and don't let this world drown you. if I gotta put in the best metaphor, look at the whales. Seriously, let's say the regular whales. They are mammals. They can't breathe water. They're gonna take a deep breath and live in the water. They can't breathe in the water like regular fish. They're actual mammals. They gotta live in the water, but they hold their breath. In other words, though, the best described, we are not of this world. We're like the mammal. The deep breath is like the fresh essence of God and survive this wicked world right now. How do whales die? They slowly drown. They can no longer hold their breath. How do we drown? We don't take in the fresh breath of life from God. Maybe through life, through prayer, through His Word, the Bible, for being each other to prop each other up. And if we're not careful, we be like the whales, but slowly drown and die. Simple as that. Sound cliche, corny, people say. But we want to survive this world. We can't do it through man. Trust me, we can't. In one of the scriptures, it says, like, man would dump man to his own injury, and we do, unfortunately. But I'm gonna try to end this like in the most positive way possible, possible though. As long we Jesus, like, well, God loved this world so much, He sent His one and only Son Jesus to save us. And if we love Him as we love, if we love Him like we love the world, there's always a chance. Always never give up. No matter circumstances, never give up. Well, like I said, at this rate right now, folks, like I said, I want to thank you for being with me all this time. I don't know who's watching me, but I would say thank you whoever's watching me. I appreciate it. So hopefully we do this again soon next week, all right? This, folks, I want to say thank you. God bless. Peace. And we're going to end this about 3, 2,